Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I am coming to you live from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you some more 18 and under summer baseball, courtesy of the Lou Tompkins All-Star League. Today's contest pits visiting Acton-Boxborough against hosting Brookline. These two teams faced off over in Acton's neck of the woods last week. Brookline, both offenses really exploded as that game finished with an 15-8 final in favor of Brookline. And they'll be hoping for a good result again today, particularly as they'll be aiming to bounce back from really the exact opposite kind of offensive result that they had yesterday against Reading Red. They lost by a final of 8-1. Their worst offensive outing of the summer. And they're hoping to get back on track here with this, which is currently slated as their last home game before the playoffs next week. There might be a makeup game on Friday, not sure. They're going to play on the road in Waltham on Thursday. But for now, the focus is on this game. So with that in mind, let's take a look at the starting lineups for the two teams coming in today. First off, for the visitors, Acton-Boxborough. They come into this game with a 7-5 record, and they're here looking for some payback after last week. Leading off for Acton-Boxborough today, the left fielder, number 22, Drew Richardson. Batting second, the center fielder, number 17, Robert Kane. Batting third, the first baseman, number 5, Jake Burnham. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 18, Stephen Sullivan. Batting fifth, the shortstop, number 7, Steven Starr. Batting sixth, and taking the mound for Acton-Boxborough today, number 35, Will Stevenson. Batting seventh, the extra hitter, number 1, Riley McManus. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 28, Harrison Pratt. Batting ninth, the second baseman, number 0, Aiden McLaughlin. And batting 10th, the catcher, number 2, Michael Maroney. So that is the starting lineup for Acton-Boxborough today. Richardson in left, Kane in center, Burnham at first, Sullivan at third, Starr at short, Stevenson on the mound, McManus the extra hitter, Pratt in right, McLaughlin at second, and Maroney behind the plate. So now as we wait to get this one started, we might be a couple minutes late, but you know with these Summer League games, you got to get them started on time because they start so late. And with so many of these parks not having lights, you know, you got to get these games done before the darkness comes, before the sun goes down. But as we wait for things to get going, looks like Brookline's about to take the field. So let's announce the lineup for the hosting Brookline team. Brookline comes into this game with a 7-4-1 record. And leading off for Brookline today, the left fielder, number 15, Devin Chin. Batting second, the second baseman, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. Batting third, the center fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 12, Justin Liu. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 21, Owen Hoffman. Batting sixth, the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. Batting seventh and taking the mound for Brookline today, number 16, Jake Levin. Batting 8th, the right fielder, number 27, Ben Rosenblatt. Batting 9th, the catcher, number 17, Avery Melton. And batting 10th, the extra hitter, number 33, Oliver Barca. Head coach of the Brookline 18 and under summer baseball team is John Busey. So that is your roster for today for Brookline. Chin in left, Doctoroff at second, Silverman in center, Liu at first, Hoffman at the hot corner, Martell at short, Levin on the mound, Rosenblatt in right, Melton behind the plate, and Barca the extra hitter. And as you can see, we've got a little bit of a new graphical thing I've just added here as we preview the start of this ball game. As we can see, pitching stats for our starting pitcher for Brookline today, number 16, Jake Levin. As you can see, so far this season, he's appeared in 3 games, 2 of them starts. He's got an impressive 2-0 record through 14 innings pitched with a 1.50 ERA, a 0.93 WHIP, or walks and hits per inning pitched for those of you less well versed in some of the more obscure stats in baseball. And of course, the stat everyone's familiar with, strikeouts, Levin has 15 so far. So those are the stats for Levin. I've, started incorporating some more extra stat graphics. I hope you guys have been enjoying them. Feel free to let me know in the live chat. Feel free to say anything you wish in the live chat if you just want to shout out your favorite team or player. If you notice any technical difficulties, please let me know. And if I happen to be getting anything wrong in terms of the kids' names or any factoids about them, feel free to correct me on those as well. Any reason you want to participate in the live chat is usually pretty good in my book. And of course, remember, as always, if you end up enjoying this broadcast, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming sports live streams. But now, here we are. We're ready to get started here at the top of the first inning. Leading off for Acton-Boxborough, the left fielder, number 22, Drew Richardson. First pitch from Levin. Misses, ball 1. Richardson was the leadoff hitter last time these two faced off, and he got the bottom of the first inning, started with a bang last time with a leadoff triple to left, and he would later score as he swings and misses on that one. So we'll see if he gets this game off to a similar kind of bang. 1-1 the count. This one skips in the dirt, ball 2. And draws contact there, and it's going to go foul up the third base line. 2-2 now the count to Richardson. Swung and a miss. Caught him chasing it low on the breaking ball there. And Levin starts this game with a strikeout. Now coming to the plate with one down and the base is empty, the center fielder, number 17, Robert Kane. Kane did not play the last time these two teams faced off, and he swings and misses at the first pitch, strike 1. Hits the zone again, strike 2. I think Kane was expecting that ball to break just a little bit more than it did. Now an 0-2 count. And he chops this one. Got underneath it. He stays alive at 0-2, but I think once again he kind of overestimated how much that ball was going to break. You know, this is kind of the added effect of working in breaking balls to your pitch rotation that isn't talked about as much, I don't think. You know, we all talk about how, oh, the huge break that causes guys to chase, but, you know, sometimes when you overestimate the curve, it can be just as effective. So if you can get subtle differences like that. As he catches the corner there, strike 3. Jake Levin dealing to start this one. He's opened the game with back-to-back strikeouts and now 2 down and bases empty as up comes the first baseman, number 5, Jake Burnham. First pitch is fouled to the backstop, strike 1. Burnham was actually the starting pitcher for Acton-Boxborough in their game last week. Got chased off the mound in the second inning as Brookline put together a huge rally that inning. Here he's hoping to do some damage with his bat as he takes that one low for ball 1. Levin is really painting the corners here today. He's got a 1-1 count to Burnham. And that one is fouled off for strike 2. One and 2 the count. Levin shaking off a couple of pitches and now steps off the rubber. Now he resets. Swung on and missed, and Levin strikes out the side. 3 up and 3 down, all on strikes. Jake Levin gets the Brookline defense off to a glorious start in the top of the first inning, and now they'll be looking to their offense to try and follow that up. Heading into the bottom of the first, we are still scoreless. Due up for Brookline is going to be Chin, Doctoroff, and Silverman. Silverman, of course, had a brilliant game in Acton last week. He finished that game 2 for 4 with a triple, a walk, 2 runs scored, and 4 RBI. As he led the charge alongside a couple of players not playing today. Keenan Sawada was 3 for 4 with a walk, a steal, 3 runs, and 3 RBI. While Brage Golding was 2 for 3 with 2 walks, a steal, and 2 RBI. Neither of those two have played in the past couple of games, and in the case of Golding, you hope he's okay, as he dislocated his shoulder at the end of the game in Acton last week. A bit of a brief scare, as an ambulance was actually called after the game, but apparently he was okay. His shoulder was able to be popped back in, just kind of a concern because it wasn't his first time dislocating it. But I think I can speak for everyone here when I say we hope he's all right. But for now, we've got a game to play. On the mound for Acton-Boxborough today is number 35, Will Stevenson. And leading off for Brookline, the left fielder, number 15, Devin Chin. You can see Chin's stats for the season so far down below as he awaits the first pitch. He shows bunt but pulls back as that one misses for ball 1. Chin has gone without a hit the past few games. His batting average has dropped off from the astronomical number it was a couple weeks ago as he shows bunt again, pulls back, this time in there, strike 1. His on-base has been staying fairly high as he still leads the team in walks. I believe he's got 14 walks this season, along with a team-leading 14 runs scored as he takes a high ball 2 there. He scored the team's only run against Reading Red yesterday, and he leads the team in walks with 14, steals with 11, and runs scored with 14. As he takes, oh, that one caught the low corner, strike 2. And that one misses just high. A valiant framing effort by Michael Maroney, but could not draw the call. Full count. Swing and a miss, and Chin goes down on strikes. Now with 1 out and the base is empty, up comes the second baseman, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. Hard swing, and oh, it could not be caught by the third baseman, but he picks it back up and launches a laser to first for out number 2. That was almost a great catch at the hot corner by Steven Sullivan, but he had to settle for a good throw and the 5-3 ground out. Just like that, 2 down. And up comes the center fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Silverman is caught chasing low on that one for strike 1. And that one catches the corner as well, strike 2. And that one is in there. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Levin dominated in the top of the first, and Stevenson answered with some domination of his own. Back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings. Both sides getting the job done defensively in the first inning. Through 1, the score here at Warren Field is, well, scoreless. As we head to the top of the second, it'll be the 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for Acton-Boxborough, namely Sullivan, Starr, and Stevenson. Fun little pattern to this Acton-Boxborough batting order, as we've got Steven Sullivan, followed by Steven Starr, followed by Will Stevenson. A lot of S's, a lot of Stevens, and for a name that can be spelled about 3 or 4 different ways, they all spell it the same way. They all spell it S-T-E-P-H-E-N. It's one of the littler things you get to enjoy as a play-by-play broadcaster is just all the many different name combinations there are out there. And now with that throw down to second, we are ready to get the top of the second underway. Leading off for Acton-Boxborough, the third baseman, number 18, Stephen Sullivan. First pitch is high for ball one. Sullivan batting in a very different spot than he did last week. Last week he was literally in the bottom spot of the batting order. Now here he is batting cleanup as he takes strike one there. He had a great defensive play in the bottom of the first. Some quick hands at the hot corner to gun down Ben Doctoroff at first as he swings and misses there for strike two. One and two now the count. Oh, and he caught him chasing low, but that got away from Melton. He might reach on this. Throw down to first. He beat the throw. Sullivan reaches on the dropped third strike. And of all things, the first base runner from either team reaches on a strikeout. Now batting, the shortstop, number 7, Steven Starr. First pitch is in there for strike one. And of course, having a runner on base impacts the situation in so many different ways, especially at this level where steals are just that much more common and that much more crucial in regards to getting runs across, as that was strike two to Starr. Quick 0-2 count. And he gets contact there, and that's going out to left. That's going to drop for a clean single. Steven Starr with the first base hit of the game. And now Acton-Boxborough starting to threaten. Now coming up with a runner on first and second, hoping to add to his own cause. It is the pitcher, number 35, Will Stevenson. First pitch is fouled off for strike one. Reaches low and hits a high bouncer, fielded at second. Doctoroff turns around, goes to second. It's dropped. Oh, and they are going to say that they got the runner at second. They couldn't make a play for the man at first. Umpire made the call that Martell did drop the ball, but he dropped it while transferring from glove to throwing hand. So count that a fielder's choice by Stevenson. That'll put runners at the corners with one out for the extra hitter, number 1, Riley McManus. First pitch comes in low, ball one. In a situation like this, a steal of second is very common. And we see Stevenson's got a big lead, and he's taking off. Pitches in for a strike. The throw down to second is cut off by Martell, and the runner does not go for home. So a successful steal puts runners at second and third with one down. No potential double play. And this one is going to be sliced for strike two. 1-2 pitch. Comes in high, and McManus does not chase. That one's going to miss well outside for ball 3. McManus not chasing on these attempted strikeout pitches from Levin. And now it's a full count. Of course, what's interesting here is a walk would load the bases and create a force play everywhere. As he catches the corner for strike 3. And so instead of loading the bases, Levin gets the second out. Now at the plate, the right fielder, number 28, Harrison Pratt. Quick throw back to second. Oh my gosh, they got him! Caught me by surprise. I don't know if I moved the camera in time. What a slick move by Jake Levin and Jack Martell. Two of the veteran 18-year-olds that got to play in this league after they expanded from 17U to 18U this year. And they're showing that veteran cleverness on a play like that. Stevenson picked off at second, and that ends the inning. So now we go into the bottom of the second. Brookline escapes the jam with no score. And now they'll be sending their 4, 5, 6 hitters to the plate. It'll be Lou, Hoffman, and Martell. And of course, since Pratt's plate appearance was not completed due to the runner being gunned down, that means he will be leading off the top of the third for Acton-Boxborough. Stevenson back on the mound for Acton-Boxborough. He had a dominant first inning just as Levin did, but then Levin got into an unexpected jam, in part due to a fielding error. But he was able to get out of the jam successfully. And now the Brookline offense hoping they can do something here. Leading off for Brookline, the first baseman, number 12, Justin Liu. First pitch from Stevenson, and Liu slices it foul down the third base side. Justin Liu, the team leader in doubles this season with 4. He's hoping to get something started here in the second. Hard crack of the bat, and that's going to go right up the middle for a clean single. Brookline has their first base hit of the day. So with Liu now on first and nobody out, up comes the third baseman, number 21, Owen Hoffman. Liu takes off on the first pitch. Pitch missed for a ball, and Liu goes head first into second with the successful steal. Just like that, Brookline has a runner in scoring position. Like I said, steals can be a lot more common and a lot more impactful at this level. As Hoffman fouls that one off. Actually that's strike 2. I didn't see a strike call during the last pitch, but it must have been a late one. So 0-2 is the count to Hoffman. And he reaches low, hits a grounder over to short, fielded cleanly, thrown to first, and that'll be a 6-3 ground out, but Hoffman does advance the runner. Now coming to the plate, 1 out, and the game's first run just 90 feet from home plate. The shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. First pitch, and Martell fouls it to the backstop for strike 1. You know, I talked a little bit about kind of the funny coincidences you can find in batting order. Here's one. Jack Martell is batting 6th. He's wearing number 6, and he's playing the number 6 position in the field at shortstop today. The 0-1 pitch. That one catches the outside corner, strike 2. Lou at third, 1 down. Martell hoping to at least put a ball in the field. Oh, but he caught him upstairs and inside. Did he go? No, he didn't go. The umpire, the home plate umpire, decided to defer to the infield umpire on that call, and he said that Martell managed to check his swing. And now Martell hits a high hopper, but that's going to stay foul, and he's just going to remain at 1-2. One-two pitch, swung on and missed. No question that time. Martell fully committed, went around on that one, and that's going to be strike 3. Now with 2 down and a runner at third, up comes number 16, Jake Levin, as he takes ball 1 there. Jake Levin with just 1 plate appearance so far this season. Just 0 for 1 for the summer. As that one skips in the dirt, this is a chance for Lou, and he's going to come in. The first run of the game scores on a wild pitch. Just like that, Brookline with a 1-0 lead, and Levin facing a 2-0 count. As that one curves, but not enough. That's going to be ball 3. As that one misses high as well, it's going to be a 4-pitch walk to Levin. Excuse me. Now batting for Brookline, the right fielder, number 27, Ben Rosenblatt. First pitch catches the outside corner for strike 1. Rosenblatt has not gotten his first hit of the summer just yet, but he has drawn 7 walks for a respectable on-base percentage. Levin takes off. Ball comes in low, and Levin takes second base standing up. Ball came in too low for Maroney to hop up properly, and so he couldn't make a very strong throw down to second. Levin now in scoring position. Rosenblatt facing the 1-1 count. Stevenson checks the runner. And this pitch gets away from the catcher. And the wild pitch is going to put Levin at third, while Rosenblatt gets a 2-1 count. So now another run just 90 feet away after the stolen base and the wild pitch. 2-1. That one comes in low for ball 3. And that one's going to miss low. It's another walk. Rosenblatt heads down to first. And now coming up with runners on the corners is the catcher, number 17, Avery Melton. First throw back to first. A little bit close is kind of a slow dive back to the bag by Rosenblatt, but he does get back safely. They know he's a big threat to steal here with runners on the corners. This is a prime chance to take second. First pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. And now a late takeoff for Rosenblatt, and he is going to take second uncontested as Melton takes strike 1. So Brookline now with 3 stolen bases this inning, and they've got runners at second and third. As that one comes in low off the dirt for ball 2. And Melton hits a high bouncer over to first, fielded cleanly by the first baseman, and he is going to take it himself for out number 3. So Stevenson escapes the jam, but not before the first run of the game comes in. Justin Liu, scoring on the wild pitch, has now made this game a 1-0 score in favor of Brookline. As we head to the top of the third, due up for Acton-Boxborough will be Pratt, McLaughlin, and Maroney. Now we get this top of the third inning started. And leading off for Acton-Boxborough will be the right fielder, number 28, Harrison Pratt. His plate appearance could not be completed last inning, and he lays down a bunt on the first pitch. Levin charging in fast, throw to first. He could not make the throw. A leadoff bunt single by Harrison Pratt. It was a good effort by Jake Levin. He just, you know, when you're throwing directly up the first baseline, it's tough to get the right angle on your throw without exactly what happened there, which was that he threw it right at the runner's body, and so Lou couldn't make the catch at first. Now at the plate, the second baseman, number 0, Aiden McLaughlin. First pitch from Levin is low for ball 1. And he hits a hard one right back at Levin. That's going to be a double play. Levin with the quick hands, and just like that. And so now with 2 down, coming up is the catcher, number 2, Michael Maroney, as he swings and misses for strike 1. This pitch coming in low for ball 1. And he reaches low and hits a dribbler up the third base line, and that's going to roll foul. So that's going to be a 1-2 count to Maroney. And this time he hits a dribbler right back to Levin. Levin getting the job done himself with another 1-3 play to end the inning. Jake Levin getting it done with his arm and with his glove. As we head into the bottom of the third inning, the score remains Brookline 1, Acton-Boxborough 0. It'll be the 10-1-2 hitters coming up for Brookline. Barca, Chin, and Doctoroff. Stevenson back on the mound. He's been doing good work on the mound so far, but presently he is trailing. The ball did get away from him a few times in that last inning. 2 wild pitches, one of them proving costly, as Justin Liu was able to come in and score the game's first run. But now Brookline about to start their second time through the lineup. And we'll see if they have a better grasp of this pitcher or if the pitcher has a better grasp of them. Brookline Like I said, coming off their worst offensive outing of the summer just yesterday at Reading Red, as the Reading pitcher Will Moore held Brookline to 1 run and 1 hit. And that 1 run scoring in part thanks to a fielding error by the second baseman. And in fact, I think that run ended up scoring on a wild pitch as well. But Brookline is trying to recapture some of that offensive magic they had in Acton last week, where they piled up a season-high 15 runs en route to a 15-8 victory. But through the first couple of innings, Brookline's only got 1. Now we start the bottom of the 3rd inning, leading off for Brookline, the extra hitter, number 33, Oliver Barca. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Funny coincidence, Barca actually made his summer debut in last week's game in Acton. This is just his 2nd game and also only his 2nd plate appearance of the season. As he takes strike 2 there. And that one's in there. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Barca goes down for the first out of the inning. Now coming up to the plate, we're back to the top of the order with the left fielder, number 15, Devin Chin. Last time up, he battled all the way to a full count, but struck out swinging. Now he shows bunt, pulls back. And they're going to say he pulled back in time for that to be a ball. Shows bunt, lays it down. It's a slow roller, and it's not going to be in time. An easy bunt single for Devin Chin. His first base hit in a few games. As Brookline's best on-base guy does what he does best and gets on base. Now up, runner on first, 1 out. The second baseman, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. Quick throw back to first. Chin is back safe. Like I said, Devin Chin, the team leader in steals this summer with 11 so far. And he takes off here. This pitch comes in high. This might be a close play. He slides in safely. Chin wasting no time getting into scoring position. And now Brookline threatening once again. Of course, Doctoroff, his last time up, he got good contact, but it was right at the third baseman. And Steven Sullivan made a nice play on that ball. As now he takes one to the high corner for strike 1. And Chin was actually starting to take off on that one, possibly a hit and run play, but Doctoroff fouls it off. Doctoroff, of course, was robbed of what could have been an extra base hit yesterday in Reading. A spectacular catch by the Reading center fielder, Yanni Andrikopoulos. Robbed him of that one. Now he's hoping to get something here. As they turn around and throw back to second. And Chin gets back safely. Of course, Doctoroff did have Brookline's only base hit of the game, an infield single. Now he's hoping for something here. The 1-2 pitch. It catches the zone, strike 3. A big second out get for Stevenson. And now 2 down with a runner at second. Up comes the center fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. First pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Silverman, his last time up, he went down on strikes. Big swing. He wanted all of that one, but he got none of it. 1-1, now the count. Stevenson checks the runner and fires. And that one curves in nicely for strike 2. Silverman's back against the wall with a 1-2 count. Runner on second, 2 down. And he launches this one deep out to left. The left fielder looking up, looking back, and that's going to go off the wall. Chin scores easily, and Silverman trots down to second with a 2-out RBI double. Silverman was looking for that big swing. He whiffed earlier in the at-bat, but he got the contact he needed on that one. Launched it out to the left field wall. And now Brookline has advanced its lead. At the plate now, the first baseman, number 12, Justin Liu. First pitch is in there for strike 1. His last time up, he got a single up the middle, stole second, and later came in to score on a wild pitch. As this one's going to come in high for ball 1. Now another base hit to the outfield would likely bring in Silverman. And Liu fouls that one off for strike 2. Stevenson checks the runner. Checks again. 1-2 pitch. Liu reaches out and hits one. That's up the middle again. Silverman is going to round third and head for home as the center fielder juggled it, and there's not even going to be a play at the plate. An RBI single for Justin Liu. The middle of Brookline's order getting the job done here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as there's now going to be a meeting at the mound for Acton-Boxborough. Due up next for Brookline is going to be the 3rd baseman, number 21, Owen Hoffman. And we'll see what Acton-Boxborough decides to do here. They got the entire infield in for this meeting. And it looks like we've got some action going in the live chat. From Barbara Jo Metzger, I love watching Brookline play baseball with you commentating. Thank you so much, Jesse. Thank you. And from Zach Doctoroff, hi, Jesse, from Zach Doctoroff, #1 fan at the game. And then from Kim Chung-sik, then I will be #2 fan at the game. I love it. So happy to see all of you here and watching. And now we continue with the action. Stevenson back on the mound to face Hoffman. Throw back to first. Lou on his toes there as he leads off from first. I wouldn't be surprised if he went for another steal, as they are clearly also thinking, Acton-Boxborough also thinking about the possibility of a steal with another throw back to first. There's the pitch, and it's going to come in high for ball one. Hoffman, his last time up, hit a 6-3 ground out, but did advance Lou to third, allowing him to eventually score. Swing and a miss there for strike one. Now up in a similar situation, except here there are no outs to give. He's going to want a base hit if he wants to keep this inning going. Either a base hit or a walk. Somehow reached first base safely. This one comes in low. They throw back to first, and that's going to be a 2-1 count. Throw back to first again. Acton-Boxborough now getting very wary of the Brookline base runners, and understandably so. And Lou takes off here. That pitch should be in there for a strike. Close play, and the throw got away. I do believe every Brookline base runner, except for Silverman, who obviously got the double, but every successful Brookline base runner has stolen second now. All four of them. Now Hoffman reaches out, hits a grounder, fielded by Stevenson himself, and he is going to take it for the 1-3 ground out and put an end to the third inning. But Brookline gets a couple of big insurance runs to end the third inning. Our score through 3. Brookline 3. Acton-Boxborough 0. Due up, it's going to be the top of the order for Acton-Boxborough in the top of the fourth inning. Richardson, Kane, and Burnham. Once again, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan coming to you live from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. If you enjoy this broadcast, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams, and I encourage you to engage in the live chat. We've had a few live chats already. If you just want to shout out your favorite team or player, then I encourage you to do so. If you're noticing anything wrong with the stream, I have been getting some warnings saying the stream's video bitrate is below what YouTube recommends. I'm trying to keep it a little lower and just seeing how much or how little that messes things up, as that does affect how much Wi-Fi data I use. I'm not currently using any Wi-Fi data. I'm just attached to an Xfinity Wi-Fi in the area. But I did run out of my mobile hotspot data for the month. And so just trying to sort of navigate things going forward. So let me know if you notice any significant differences in the quality of the video with today's stream as opposed to ones from past weeks. and I will be able to adjust accordingly. Jake Levin back on the mound for Brookline for his 4th inning of work. If he completes this inning, still in the lead, then he will become the pitcher on credit for the win. As a starter, that's ball 2. Okay, looks like the Wi-Fi is back. Sorry about that, folks. Xfinity Wi-Fi does that. It'll usually cut out for like 1 play a game. Count is 2-1 to Richardson. Swings and misses at that one for strike 2. Richardson went down on strikes his last time up. Of course, all 3 of the first hitters did as Levin struck out the side in the 1st inning. They're looking for a different result here. Richardson makes contact. It's a hard grounder, and it's going to bounce over the head of Martel. That one just took a weird hop, and Richardson will reach first safely. Now coming up to the plate, the center fielder, number 17, Robert Kane. That one in there, strike 1. Kane, like Richardson before him and Burnham after him, struck out in the 1st inning. And now an attempted pickoff throw, but Richardson gets back safely. They got to be careful. Levin has 1 successful pickoff, one successful pickoff already. And another throw back, and again, Richardson gets back safe. Now the runner thought about taking off, hesitated, and now they're going for the pickoff, and he dives back safe. I was so caught up in the chaos of the play, I'm not entirely sure if that was called a ball or a strike. I think it was a strike. Levin sets. Pitch. Makes contact, and that's going to get past everybody into left. Clean single through the gap for Kane. Back-to-back hits for Acton-Boxborough. And they're starting off strong in this 2nd time through the order. Now up with 2 runners on and nobody out, the first baseman, number 5, Jake Burnham. And he hits a shot deep to center. Silverman looking up and watching it go! Just like that, 1 swing and Jake Burnham ties this ball game. A 3-run home run to center field. You don't see plays like that every day. Home runs are not common at this level, so savor them when they happen. Jake Burnham with an absolute missile. And just like that, we're all tied at 3. First pitch, and Sullivan hits a hard grounder. Nice snag by Hoffman. Can he get the throw off in time? No, he cannot. An infield single for Steven Sullivan as the hit parade continues for Acton-Boxborough. Now another Steven up to the plate, this one number 7, Steven Starr. And a throw back to first, Sullivan back safely. And this one is strike one. So both offenses putting up a much stronger front in their second time through the order. And this pitch is going to come in low for ball one. Just one run between the two teams in their respective first time through the order, but now so far in their second time through the order, the two teams have combined for 5 runs. Throw back to first again. And fouls this one. Out of play, that's going to be strike two. Levin still trying to get the first out of the inning. And that's hard contact, effortlessly dodged. Well, I shouldn't say effortlessly. A great effort on the dodge from Steven Sullivan to allow himself to not be out. And that's going to be a clean single. Through the gap for Steven Starr. Now we got a meeting at the mound, as this has been a tough inning for Jake Levin. He got off to such a dominant start through the first 3 innings. And it looks like they're going to stick with him. It's been an absolute hit parade for Acton-Boxborough. 4 singles sandwiched around that home run hit by Jake Burnham. Now up at the plate, the pitcher, number 35, Will Stevenson. First pitch swung on and missed, strike one. That one's going to miss. Attempted pickoff is going to get away, but well backed up in right field by Rosenblatt, and so the runners hold. All that, and the end result is just ball one. Hard contact here up the middle. Fielded well by Doctoroff. Tags second. Throw to first. He's got the 4-3 double play. You know, I feel like oftentimes when a fielder gets pulled out of position to cover for a base runner, it comes back to bite them as the ball ends up going through the gap. But that time, the ball up the middle, and Doctoroff was in the perfect spot to make the double play. A huge turnaround for the Brookline defense. And now at the plate, the extra hitter, number 1, Riley McManus. First pitch in there for strike one. So Acton-Boxborough still has the potential go-ahead run at third in the form of Steven Sullivan. This one's going to come in low for ball one. This is where the job of Avery Melton behind the plate becomes so huge, because if anything gets by him, Sullivan is likely going to sprint for home. And that's going to be strike two. Reaches out, and the defensive swing keeps him alive at 1-2. McManus went down on strikes his last time up. He's hoping for a better result here. 2 down, potential go-ahead run at third. And he fouls it off again to stay alive. And another foul, McManus refusing to go down as he keeps battling. 1-2, still the count. That time he catches the corner, strike 3. The top of the fourth ends, but one big swing of the bat from Jake Burnham has tied this thing up. Going into the bottom of the fourth, the score, Brookline 3, Acton-Boxborough 3. Due up for Brookline will be the 6, 7, 8 hitters, Martell, Levin, and Rosenblatt. Now ready for the top of the fourth inning. Stevenson back on the mound. Back to a tie score after the huge home run from Jake Burnham in the top of the fourth. Leading off for Brookline, the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. First pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. Martell, his last time up, he went down on strikes. He's hoping for a better result here as he takes strike 1. Hard crack of the bat here, but right at the shortstop. Well tracked by Steven Starr for out number 1. With 1 down, up comes the pitcher, number 16, Jake Levin. Pitch from Stevenson. Curves in for strike 1. Last time up, Levin drew a walk, stole second, went to third on a wild pitch, but was left stranded. So this one's going to come in low for ball 1. as that one is going to skip in the dirt for ball 2. That one is going to be high for ball 3. 3-1, the count to 11. And he swings and fouls this one off, and we've got a full count. Kind of jammed him inside on that one. Makes you wonder how close inside that was. But it's going to be a full count. Here comes the, nope, we got a brief timeout. As Levin steps back into the box. Now here comes the payoff pitch. And that curves in nicely, strike 3. Stevenson working that curveball very well in that at-bat to get the opposing pitcher down on strikes. Now 2 down, and up to the plate, the right fielder, number 27, Ben Rosenblatt. Last time up, Rosenblatt walked and stole second, but was left stranded. Now up with the bases empty and 2 down. Showing bunt, but pulling back. And that's going to be ball 1. That one in there, strike 1. Big swing and a miss. Fooled him on the curve there. One and 2 the count. And this time Rosenblatt puts the bat on the ball. It's fouled down the third base side, and it's caught. Steven Sullivan tracks that one down and makes the catch for out number 3. We are through 4 here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts, and we've got ourselves a ball game. Our score, through 4, Brookline 3, Acton-Boxborough 3. And at this 4th intermission, I'd like to take a minute for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about Language Virtual. Language Virtual is a nonprofit organization made by Brookline High School students in order to help other students all over the world. Language Virtual offers free English language lessons online to students around the globe. These lessons are taught by volunteer high school students, many of them from right here in Brookline, who are recruited by Language Virtual to teach these ELL lessons through the simplest, most tried and true method of learning a language: conversation. To date, Language Virtual has recruited over 100 teachers to teach over 700 students across more than 10 different countries. And with the ongoing conflict in Ukraine, Language Virtual has seen an influx of students of Ukrainian descent, displaced by the war, and hoping that these English lessons can help them adjust to their new living situations. Visit languagevirtual.org to find out how you can register. either as a volunteer student teacher or as a student in need. You can also go on to that website, languagevirtual.org, and donate money to the organization to help them continue teaching students in need and fostering these worldwide connections. Once again, that's languagevirtual.org. And remember, you can find all that information you need, the URL for the website, languagevirtual.org. You can find that down in the description section of this video. So be sure to check that out. Good organization trying to do some good. We start off the top of the 5th inning. Leading off will be the right fielder, number 28, Harrison Pratt. First pitch is going to miss outside, ball 1. Pratt, his last time up, he led off the 3rd with a bunt single, but then got picked off on a 1-3 double play. That one's going to catch the low corner for strike 1. That one outside, ball 2. Swing and a miss. That's going to be strike 2 for Pratt. Looked like he caught him chasing that one outside. So count is 2-2. He gets contact here. That's out to right, and that's going to drop in front of the right fielder. Barca chases it down and throws it back into the infield to hold Pratt to a single. Now coming up, the second baseman, number 0, Aiden McLaughlin. Hard liner this time, past the infield and into left. That's going to be a clean single. Hoffman was cheating in off the hot corner there. And that might have cost him a potential out there. It's going to put runners at first and second. And we've got a pinch hitter here hitting for Maroney, as that first one is in there for strike 1. So number 15 is not on the roster here, so I have no idea who this is. Throw back to second. But diving back safely is Pratt. That pitch also in there, strike 2. Runners at first and second. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Another quick throw down to second. That one gets away, but runners had to dive back desperately, so no advance. Swing and a miss. Number 15 goes down swinging. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Now we cycle back to the top of the order with the left fielder, number 22, Drew Richardson. Richardson 1 for 2 today with a single, a strikeout, and a run scored, as he takes that first pitch high for ball 1. His last time up, he got that big fourth inning rally started for Acton-Boxborough with a single that took a weird hop off the infield dirt over Martell's head. And of course, he came in to score on the home run by Burnham. He skies this one into shallow left center. It's going to be caught by Silverman for out number 2. So 2 down. Runners at first and second. Now up comes the center fielder, number 17, Robert Kane. Kane also 1 for 2 with a single, a strikeout, and a run scored. As he takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Got a single through the left gap his last time up, and like Richardson, he would score on the home run by Burnham. That one in there, strike 1. That one comes in over the batter's head for ball 2. That one just completely got away from Levin there. Good coverage by Melton to prevent the runners from advancing. 2-1 the count. Runner takes off for third, swing and a miss, throw down to third. Got him! Avery Melton guns him down at third, and that ends the top of the 5th inning. Harrison Pratt got a little greedy on that one. And so Kane will be returning to the plate to start the top of the 6th, as that was only his 2nd strike. We go into the bottom of the 5th, still tied at 3 apiece. Due up for Brookline is going to be their 9-10-1 hitters, Melton, Barca, and Chin. And we're back for the bottom of the 5th inning here at Warren Field. Leading off for Brookline, the catcher, number 17, Avery Melton. First pitch is going to skip in the dirt for ball 1. You know, both teams' pitchers have had their ups and downs, but give them credit. Their coaches are sticking with them here into the 5th inning. Stevenson the pitch, and that one's going to miss low as well, ball 2. Melton, his last time up, he grounded out to first to end the 2nd inning, hoping for a better result here. Takes strike 1 on that pitch. And now a brief timeout. And that one's going to come in high for ball 3. And that one's going to miss, ball 4. Melton gets Brookline started with a free pass to first. Now coming up to the plate, the right fielder, number 33, Oliver Barca. His last time up, he led off the 3rd inning with a strikeout. Throw back to first. Stevenson knows how Brookline plays the game. He's seen it all day long. Every single Brookline hitter that has reached first base has stolen second base. As Barca fouls this one off for strike 1. So, of course, Stevenson is going to be keeping a close eye on Melton. As he throws back to first once again. And once again, Melton back to first. Melton takes off. Barca whiffs on the bunt. And that's going to be a strike, but Melton will take second. A runner now in scoring position for Brookline, and that represents the potential go-ahead run. 0-2 the count to Barca. Pitch, and he slices this one foul, and it's going to go out of play. Burnham gave chase, but ran out of field space there as that went over the dugout. Count remains 0-2 to Barca. Stevenson checks on Melton at second. Now delivers, and that one is going to miss for ball 1. And that one's in there, strike 3. Barca goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. And now we cycle back to the top of the order with the left fielder, number 15, Devin Chin. Chin, his last time up, reached on a bunt single, stole second, and later came in to score on Andrew Silverman's RBI double. He is 1 for 2 so far today. Shows bunt again, pops up the bunt. It's juggled by the catcher. 2 bunt singles for Devin Chin. Melton goes down to third. And now Brookline starting to seriously threaten here in the bottom of the fifth. Timeout called, and there's going to be a meeting at the mound for Acton-Boxborough. This might be a situation where they go to the bullpen, but they also might stick with Stevenson given how strong he's been throughout this game. Due up for Brookline next is their number 2 hitter, the second baseman, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. And he is 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout, though his ground out was effectively a line out that was dropped and turned into a ground out. One out, runners at the corners. Bottom fifth. Now up to the plate for Brookline, the second baseman, number 8, Ben Doctoroff. First pitch, Chin is not wasting any time, takes off, they throw it down to third! And they almost got him, but not quite. Chin takes second. Believe that first pitch was a ball. But yet another steal for the Brookline runners. Second and third now with one out. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike one. Reaches out and hits one through the gap. Brookline takes the lead. Chin racing around third, heading for home. Brookline takes 2. And Doctoroff takes 2 on the throw. Ben Doctoroff with a huge single through the right gap. He drives in both Melton and Chin. And just like that, Brookline retakes the lead at 5-3. Now at the plate, the center fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. Silverman takes strike one on that one. Silverman already with an RBI double today. And now, once again, he's got a runner in scoring position. As this one's going to skip past the catcher, and Doctoroff is going to take third easily. Hard crack from Silverman, bounces over the shortstop and into left field. Another RBI hit for Andrew Silverman. Doctoroff comes in to score, and Brookline now leads by 3. Now with a runner on first and one out, up comes the first baseman, number 12, Justin Liu. Liu is 2 for 2 today with a pair of singles up the middle, one of them for an RBI. And of course, he scored the game's first run on a wild pitch. Swing and a miss, strike one. So Justin Liu's hitting line so far today is 2 for 2 with 2 stolen bases, a run scored, and an RBI. And of course, they know Silverman is a threat to steal second as well. But not this time, as Lou skies this one out to center. It's going to be caught by the center fielder. I think Silverman forgot the count of outs, but they couldn't make the pickoff throw. And now with the ball out of play, Silverman is going to go to second base. So Silverman kind of gets rewarded in a way for what at first seemed like it might have been a mistake. And he ends up taking second base. Now coming up, the third baseman, number 21, Owen Hoffman. Hoffman slices this one foul. Hoffman, his last time up, he grounded out to the pitcher to end the third inning. Before that, he grounded out to short, so 0-2 so far today. As he takes that pitch low for ball one. And that pitch in there for a strike, and I didn't even notice that Silverman had taken third. Not sure when that happened. But either way, Brookline's got a runner at third. 1-2, the count to Hoffman. And Hoffman with a big defensive chop at the air there, and he gets enough ball to stay alive at 1-2. Fooled him with the curve, and Hoffman goes down on strikes to end the inning. Brookline with a huge fifth inning there as they take back the lead. We are 5 innings in here at Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. The score through 5, Brookline 6, Acton-Boxborough 3. Brookline is going to send Levin back out to the mound for his 6th inning of work. He'll be facing the 2, 3, 4 hitters for Acton-Boxborough, Kane, Burnham, and Sullivan. Now we begin the top of the 6th inning. Levin back on the mound for Brookline, leading off for Acton-Boxborough, the center fielder, number 17, Robert Kane. First pitch going to curve in for strike one. Kane was not able to finish his plate appearance last inning as Harrison Pratt got caught stealing third. Swing and a miss, strike two. So Brookline has ended 2 of their defensive innings by catching a base runner. Not often you see it happen multiple times in one game, as that one is in for ball 1. I mean, sure, you'll see games where multiple runners get picked off or thrown out stealing or something, but it's not often you see that happen to end the inning more than once. Count to Kane is 1-2. The home plate umpire takes a moment to brush off the plate. That one just misses outside, ball 2. I think Melton was getting ready to throw that one around the bags, but not quite strike 3. Neither is that one. That's ball 3. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on that one. And Kane goes down on strikes. Now coming up, the first baseman, number 5, Jake Burnham. And of course, it was Burnham who had the biggest hit of the game so far, that 3-run shot that is responsible for every single one of Acton-Boxborough's runs so far today. And another one launched deep to center, but this one is going to be tracked near the wall by Silverman for out number 2. Boy, if that one had gone to one of the shorter parts of the field, like maybe straightaway right or left center, that ball might have had a chance, might have at least reached the wall. But instead, it's going to be out number 2. And that pitch is going to be ball number 1 to number 18, Steven Sullivan. Now up with 2 down and the base is empty. This one also going to come in low for ball 2. Sullivan so far 1 for 2 today, but he has reached base safely twice. As he reached on a drop third strike his first plate appearance, got a clean single the second time. As that one's going to miss for ball 3. And this one is going to be fouled off for strike 1. So Sullivan decides to take a swing at a 3-0 pitch. But that time could not get it in play. 3-1 now the count. And he fouls off another. And just like that, we've gone from 3-0 to 3-2. Payoff pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Levin puts them down in order in the top of the 6th. Due up in the bottom of the 6th inning for Brookline is going to be Martell, Levin, and Rosenblatt. But what a pitching outing from Jake Levin. Gave up that huge 3-run blast in the 4th inning and followed that up with back-to-back singles given up Seemed like things might fall apart, but he has settled back down, and he hasn't given up any runs since. And in the meanwhile, let me see if I can count out how many strikeouts he's got. Oh my gosh. 9 strikeouts so far today for Jake Levin. I better start keeping track. If he comes out for another inning, this could be a truly legendary performance for the Brookline veteran. But in the meantime, we've got a new pitcher here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Acton-Boxborough. And this will be Drew Richardson, number 22, taking over for Stevenson. So Stevenson lasts 5 innings, gives up 6 runs, and currently, if the lead does not change the rest of the way, then he will be the pitcher on credit for the loss, which is almost too bad because, you know, yes, he's given up 6 runs, but overall, I would say that was a very solid performance on the mound from Stevenson. You know, a couple of bad stretches here and there, but overall very strong. Leading off for Brookline here in the bottom of the 6th inning, it is the shortstop, number 6, Jack Martell. First pitch comes in high for ball 1. That one is going to catch the corner for strike 1. Slices that one foul, and that's going to go out of play. That pitch is going to be high for ball 2. 2-2, the count to Martell. And that one misses, ball 3. Martell has fought his way to a full count. And reaches out and fouls that one off to stay alive. You know, one thing I'll say about Martell, he may have not had the most productive season as a hitter so far, but he's been a great pitcher for Brookline, a strong infielder, you know, a quality veteran presence. And if nothing else, you got to admit, he's got style. I mean, maybe that's just me, but I love the bright orange batting gloves he's rocking right now. Payoff pitch, and he slices it to stay alive again at 3-2. I mean, between the bright orange batting gloves and the blue fielding glove that he used throughout the spring, I'm not sure if he's still using it today, but all of that, he'd have my vote for most stylish guy on the team. Payoff pitch again, and he's going to take it for ball 4. A free trot to first for Jack Martell. And now coming up, the pitcher, number 16, Jake Levin. First pitch coming in high for ball 1. Levin, his last time up, he struck out. He is 0 for 1 with a walk. And this pitch is going to be low for ball 2. You know, this can be the tough part being a relief pitcher at the high school level as an attempted pickoff. But this can be the real struggle, is sometimes it can take a little bit of time to find your rhythm, and as a reliever, that's just time you don't have. Martell takes off for second. Big swing from Levin as Martell slides in safe. You could tell Levin was taking that swing as a team player kind of move, because that high pitch was clearly aimed to try and catch a runner stealing. Levin just trying to create that fraction of a second of hesitation before the throw. Swings there, and that's going to be strike 2. So now a 2-2 count to Levin. And Levin golfs this one out to right center. Center fielder tracking it, makes the grab. Martell tags and heads down to third. So Levin cannot reach base, but he does advance the runner. Now coming up, the extra hitter, number 27, Ben Rosenblatt. The entire infield being pulled in for the potential squeeze play with Martell at third, as the first pitch is going to miss for ball 1. Rosenblatt still looking for his first base hit of the summer. Getting one here would also get him an RBI. Shows bunt, pushes the bunt, chased down by the third baseman, thrown to nobody! Rosenblatt heading down to second. Martell scores easily. Rosenblatt is going to head for third. They're going to throw to third. Slide! He gets around the tag! I don't know what on earth to score that one. Martell scores. Rosenblatt, I guess you would give a bunt single, question mark? And then he goes all the way to third on the E5 as the third baseman tried to make a play at first, but everyone had charged in. Everyone had sold out for the play at home, and so nobody was covering first. Now a hard crack at the bat from Melton. Good work by Starr to hold the runner at third as he throws out Melton for out number 2. What an absolutely zany game this has been. As now coming up, the right fielder, number 33, Oliver Barca. First pitch in there, strike 1. He hits a grounder. It gets past third, fielded at short, thrown to first, not in time! And it gets past the first baseman, but Barca is going to go back. Rosenblatt comes in to score. Brookline's up 8-3. And that's another one where you wonder whether they call it a hit, but we know what to call that. That's a pickoff. Richardson ends the inning himself. He tricks Barca. But what an absolutely crazy inning. What an absolutely crazy game we've been having. We are through 6 here at Warren Field. The score heading into the 7th and final inning. Brookline 8, Acton-Boxborough 3. And look who's heading back to the hill to try and get a complete game victory. It is Jake Levin. I mean, really, if you put one inning aside, Levin has been shut down this game. The 4th inning was tough. He gave up 5 consecutive hits, including a 3-run home run. But then after getting a slightly lucky double play and a strikeout to end the inning, no one has been able to come across for Acton-Boxborough. And now here he is, 6 innings in, 3 earned runs to his name with 9 strikeouts. Due up for Acton-Boxborough is going to be Starr, Stevenson, and McManus. First to the box is the shortstop, number 7, Steven Starr. First pitch, and he fouls this one down the first base side and towards the tennis courts and into the tennis courts for strike 1. Starr, his last time up, he got a single through the right gap. He was the last of those 5 consecutive singles in the 4th. But he was out at second on the ensuing double play. Bloops one into left center here, but it's going to be tracked by Silverman for out number 1. Now at the plate is number 35, Will Stevenson. Pitcher currently on record for the loss. Hard crack of the bat, and that's going to go up the middle for a single. Stevenson to first on the single to center. Now coming up, number 1, Riley McManus. Runner at first, 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Stevenson taking a lead off from first. First pitch comes in low for ball 1. On the one hand, if you're going to get aggressive on the base paths, you almost feel like this is the situation to do it, down 5 in the last inning, but swing and a miss, strike 1. But then on the other hand, some coaches ascribe to the philosophy, 1 steal is not going to get us the 5 runs we need to get back in this game. Just keep the base runners on so we can accrue the base runners and give ourselves a better chance. As this one is fouled off for strike 2. And of course, in a game like this where multiple Acton-Boxborough base runners have been gunned down by the Brookline defense, I could understand a certain level of caution on the paths. 1 and 2. Pitch is going to skip away from the catcher, and the wild pitch is going to give Stevenson second base. That'll be a 2-2 count to McManus. Levin's been working the marathon here. He's been pitching since the start of this ball game. He's trying to finish it himself. Hard crack of the bat out to right center. Silverman trying to chase it. He cannot chase it down. That's going to the wall. This will be extra bases for McManus. Stevenson is going to come home, and McManus is going to get the triple. Remember, folks, this game is not over. A huge crack of the bat from McManus, and this might be the end of the day for Levin. And it looks like it will be. They're going to bring in a relief pitcher, and it looks like it's going to be number 21, Owen Hoffman. Looks like it's going to be a clean 1-for-1 switch as Levin moves to third. So Owen Hoffman now warming up. So we now get to display our pitching stats again, although Hoffman only one other pitching appearance to speak of so far this summer, and that one was just a third of an inning. He gave up 1 hit and struck out 1. So now he'll need 2/3 of an inning to finish up this ball game. And he will be starting with Harrison Pratt. So Levin still the pitcher of credit for the win, assuming no lead changes. But he will not be getting the complete game today. Still, a lot of credit's got to be given to him. He lasted 6 1/3 innings. He's currently got 4 earned runs to his name, but he is responsible for the man at third, so that could turn into 5 earned runs. Sky is starting to get a little dark out here at Warren Field, and stepping up to the plate for Acton-Boxborough, number 28, Harrison Pratt. First pitch from Hoffman is going to miss for ball 1. Swing and a miss. This gets away from the catcher, but the runner does not go. The 1-1 pitch is going to miss, ball 2. This one is also high, ball 3. You know, I talked about this a little with Richardson. You know, when you're a reliever at this level, you know, sometimes it takes time to find your rhythm. And as a reliever, you don't really have that time. As this one is fouled off the backstop, this will be a full count to Pratt. His last time up, Pratt singled to right to lead off the 5th inning, but he was caught stealing 3rd to end that inning. Before that, he had a bunt single, but was picked off as part of a double play. And now he's going to get another pass to first, and the runner is going to hold at 3rd once again. So Pratt reaches first base safely for the 3rd straight plate appearance. He's been thrown out on the base paths twice so far today. And now coming up, number 0, Aiden McLaughlin. Runners at the corners, 1 down. First pitch is going to miss outside, ball 1. Now here's a situation where I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to send Pratt to second, just to get rid of the potential of a double play. As again, Hoffman misses for ball 2. And there's going to be a brief timeout as Melton and Busey come out to the mound to talk with Hoffman. And the message here has got to be very simple. Throw strikes. You know, they've got a 4-run cushion. You know, but he's got to get out of it. He's got to throw strikes. And that one is going to miss. Ball 3. 3-0, the count to McLaughlin. And this one in the dirt, a 4-pitch walk. So Hoffman allows back-to-back walks to start his relief effort here. And just like that, the tying run is now at the plate. And Brookline is going to switch out their pitcher. And so they're going to be bringing out Andrew Silverman to try and finish this one. Meanwhile, Hoffman goes to third. And it looks like they're going to send Levin out to the outfield. So now let's take a look at Silverman's pitching stats for the year. This will mark his 6th pitching appearance this summer, his 4th as a reliever. He's got a 1-0 record over 18 2/3 innings pitched, a 3.38 ERA, a 1.39 WHIP, and 26 strikeouts. And of course, of note is that he was the starting and winning pitcher in last week's game in Acton. As in that one, he pitched 6 innings, giving up 5 runs, 4 of them earned on 8 hits with 8 strikeouts. And now he is just trying to get the last 2 outs here with the tying run at the plate. Bases loaded, 1 down. Sky's starting to grow dark here in Brookline. Ever so slight bit of concern, and as I think there was a small chance of rain in the forecast, as the guy with all the electrical equipment, I'm really hoping that doesn't happen. But in the meantime, number 15 back to the plate for Acton-Boxborough. Ah, there he is. So silly, it was right there. This is Timmy Smith. He takes the first pitch from Silverman for ball 1. And that one is strike 1. A 1-1 count. This one fouled off for strike 2. This one misses high for ball 2. And that one is going to miss for ball 3. 1 ball away from bringing in the 5th run. Big pitch here from coming from Silverman. And he misses low. A 5th run comes into score for Acton-Boxborough. That is McManus. The RBI walk brings them back to the top of the order with the relief pitcher, number 22, Drew Richardson, now at the plate. First pitch swung on and missed, strike 1. Tying run is at first, go-ahead run at the plate. Swing and a miss, strike 2. And that one comes in a little high, and Richardson does not chase. 1-2. Oh, that hit him! Oh my gosh, that hit him! This is now a 2-run ball game. A base hit to the outfield could tie this. An RBI hit by pitch as Pratt comes in to score. And now, Brookline, which had a 5-run lead coming into this inning, now threatening to surrender that lead. Coming up, number 17, Robert Kane. Bases loaded, 1 out, and it's now a 2-run ball game. It's been a disastrous 7th for Brookline. First pitch is fouled off for strike 1. And that last one was a tough one for Silverman. He seemed to be in complete control of that plate appearance. But then the hit by pitch, as that one is going to catch the corner for strike 2. Did he go? Yes! Strike 3. Either that or it caught the corner. Whatever it is. That's 3 strikes. A huge second out get for Silverman. And now another visit at the mound with 1 out to get, and guess who it is? Number 5, Jake Burnham. He's launched 2 missiles out to center field. 1 went for a flyout. 1 went over the fence for a 3-run homer. Now here he is. And he takes the first pitch for strike 1. Tying run at second. 2 down. And he slices this one foul. This wild roller coaster of a game is now down to its final strike. 0-2, the count to Burnham. Anything could happen on this next pitch. Reaches out, hits a grounder. Fielded by Martell, thrown to first, not in time! The tying run's coming in! It's a tie game! Burnham legged it out! Oh my God! That looked like it might have been the game ender, but instead an RBI single, and he goes to second on the E6. McLaughlin scores. Smith scores. Richardson to third on the error. And now Sullivan at the plate taking strike one. This one comes in low for ball one. As that one is in there for strike two. One and two, the count to Steven Sullivan. Swing and a miss, strike three. Brookline does not surrender the lead, but they do not give up a lead to Acton-Boxborough, but they do not keep their own lead. Five runs in that seventh inning. Acton-Boxborough rallies and ties it up in the seventh. A disastrous turn of events for Brookline. And now their offense is going to have to produce. They have the top of the order coming up. Chin, Doctoroff, and Silverman. And it looks like we are going to have another new pitcher for Acton-Boxborough. And it's going to be the man of the hour, number 5, Jake Burnham. So this is definitely one of those situations. The sky's getting so dark, the sun is setting on us. If Brookline doesn't end it in this inning, there's a real chance this game might be called a tie due to darkness. And if that ends up being the case, then what a valiant comeback by Acton-Boxborough, really, no matter what the final result. Warm-up throws are done. It's the bottom of the seventh. Brookline only needs one run to end this. But if they don't, then we're going to extras. First up is number 15, Devin Chin. First pitch skips in the dirt, ball one. Shows bunt, pulls back, ball two. Devin Chin already with 2 bunt singles today. As that one is in there for strike one. That one in there as well, strike 2. 2-2, now the count to Chin. As that one comes inside and low for ball 3. A full count to Chin. Similar to his first at-bat back in the first inning, that one ended with a strikeout. What happens here? He gets a piece of it and stays alive. He was way behind on that swing, but had just enough to get a piece of it. Still a full count. Swing and a miss. Fooled him with the curve. Strong start to the inning for Burnham. 1 down. That was a big out to get for Burnham. A leadoff base runner could have made it that much easier for Brookline to end this, but now Doctoroff shows bunt but pulls back, strike 1. Doctoroff got the go-ahead hit back in the 5th inning, drove in 2 runs, and later scored himself as he takes that one inside for ball 1. Swing and fouls it off. Count now 1-2. That one skips in the dirt, ball 2. Doctoroff would not bite on the curveball there. In there, strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts from Burnham. And it's 2 down with the bases empty. Now coming up, the center fielder, number 1, Andrew Silverman. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. Silverman had that towering RBI double earlier. And he also had an RBI single. And he smashes this one deep to right center. Outfielders on their horses, not going to grab it. The right fielder's there to back it up. It's going to be a play at second base. And Silverman comes in with a 2-out double. This game just keeps giving more and more and more excitement. The winning run in scoring position for Brookline, but 2 out in the inning. Representing their hopes here in this inning, the first baseman, number 12, Justin Liu. Burnham steps off the rubber momentarily to keep Silverman honest. First pitch. Inside, ball 1. Justin Liu, who scored Brookline's first run on a wild pitch in the 2nd inning, who got an RBI single to drive in Silverman earlier this game. What will happen here? And that pitch is low for ball 2. And that's a hard swing, but he fouls it. And so that's going to be strike 1. Count is 2-1. And that one misses, ball 3. 3-1, now the count. And it skips in the dirt, and that's going to be ball 4. So the walk doesn't do much. In fact, it probably helps Acton-Boxborough in this situation. It gives them a force at every base except home. And now representing the last hope for Brookline, number 21, the third baseman, Owen Hoffman. First pitch gets away from the catcher, and Silverman takes off for third. A wild pitch puts the game-winning run 90 feet from home. Another wild pitch could end this ball game now. 1-0 the count to Hoffman. And he fouls that one off. Strike one. Lou at first, Silverman at third. 1-1 the count to Hoffman. 2 down in the bottom of the 7th. Tie ball game, 8-8. Hoffman, of course, was brought in as the first reliever for Brookline in that disastrous top of the 7th. Does he have a redemption moment here? That one missed for ball 2. This one skips in the dirt. Oh, Silverman didn't go. Lou goes down to second on the wild pitch. And it's going to be a 3-1 count. It's still going to take either a wild pitch or a base hit to end this ball game. 3-1 pitch. And Hoffman fouls it off. Full count. Full count. 2 outs. Winning run at third. Makes contact. It's a grounder to short. Picked up by the shortstop. Thrown to first. And they beat him there. Brookline cannot get the winning run across. Now, here's the question. Do they call it due to darkness? Because it looks really dark out there. And yes, they are. This game is going to end in a tie. After 7 innings, your final score, Brookline 8, Acton-Boxborough 8. And this one's got to feel tough for Brookline. They go into the final inning with a 5-run advantage. But Acton-Boxborough puts together a thrilling comeback effort, and they get just enough runs to tie it. And then Brookline gets the winning runner all the way to third, but no further. Well, from Warren Field, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on all my upcoming live streams. Brookline has what should be their regular season finale on Thursday. There might be a makeup game on Friday, I don't know. For the game on Thursday, it's out in Waltham. I'm going to see if I'm able to cover it there. I've been having some technical difficulties with road games, as I'm sure some of you have seen. So I'm going to be trying to figure that one out. But subscribe to the channel and you'll know whether that one is coming or if it's not. If you've got anything you'd like to say, now that the live stream is over, you can say it in the comments section down below after the live stream ends. Also down below, you can check out the description section of the video, where you can see the information about our local charity Spotlight Language Virtual. If you are a high school student, find out how you can become a volunteer English language teacher for students in need around the globe. If you or someone you know is a student in need of English language lessons, then they can register for free online lessons at the same website. And also, if you just want to donate to the cause, again, all in that one website, languagevirtual.org. See it in the description section below. Also, check out the bottom right corner of your screen where you can see my personal website, jessesports.com. Go there, find out more about me, the services I provide, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team or player. Below that, my email address. If you just want to skip all the formalities and just contact me directly, absolutely nothing wrong with that. And below that, the URL to my Instagram account, where I post highlights from previous live streams. I would have plenty from an absolutely crazy game like this, which I'm just going to try and quickly sum up right now. First inning came and went with no score on either side. In the top of the second, Acton-Boxborough managed to get a runner to third, but could not get him across. They actually got runners to second and third, but then the runner at second got picked off, and that's how the second inning ended. Bottom of the second, Brookline got their first run. Justin Liu hit a single up the middle, stole second, advanced to third on a ground out by Owen Hoffman, and then came home on a wild pitch. Brookline got runners to second and third after that, but could not get them home. In the top of the third, not much from Acton-Boxborough. In the bottom of the third, Brookline added a couple of insurance runs. Devin Chin got a bunt single, stole second, and then came in to score in an RBI double to left by Andrew Silverman. Justin Liu followed up with a single up the middle to score Silverman, but that would be it for the bottom of the third. Brookline was up 3-0. Then in the top of the fourth, Acton-Boxborough got their scoring started. They had 5 consecutive hits, and right smack dab in the middle of them was a 3-run home run to center by Jake Burnham to tie the game at 3 apiece. Acton-Boxborough got 2 more runners on, but then a double play and a strikeout ended the threat. Not much happening in the bottom of the fourth. Top of the fifth, Acton-Boxborough got runners to first and second, but then the lead runner got caught stealing third to end the inning. Bottom of the fifth, Brookline finally took the lead. A leadoff walk by Avery Melton, and he stole second. Chin got another bunt single and stole second, putting runners at second and third. And then Ben Doctoroff came through with a single through the right gap to drive in 2 and advance to second on the throw. And he would then score as Andrew Silverman got another RBI hit with a single past the shortstop to bring in Doctoroff. And that made it 6-3 Brookline. Top of the sixth, batters down in order. Bottom of the sixth, Brookline added another couple of insurance runs. Jack Martell got a leadoff walk and stole second. Ben Rosenblatt then laid down a bunt as Martell advanced to third on a flyout by Jake Levin. Rosenblatt laid down kind of a push bunt that forced the third baseman to go to first instead of going for home because of how deep the bunt went. But there was nobody covering first, so Rosenblatt reached safe easily, advanced all the way to third on the throwing error, and Martell came in to score. Then 2 batters later, Oliver Barca hit a grounder to short, beat the throw, and Rosenblatt came in, made it 8-3. Barca was picked off at first, and that would end the scoring for Brookline, as in the top of the 7th, Acton-Boxborough put together a rally that was absolutely spectacular. Will Stevenson got it started with a single to center. He advanced to second on a wild pitch and then scored on a towering triple to right center by Riley McManus. Then after that, Brookline tried to bring in a relief pitcher, but it was back-to-back walks by Harrison Pratt and Aiden McLaughlin to load the bases. So they tried bringing in another relief pitcher, but then a bases-loaded walk and a bases-loaded hit by pitch brought in 2 runs, and that made it 8-6. All of a sudden, a tie game within reach. A big strikeout made it 2 down, and then a grounder to short. Seemed like it was going to end it, but Jake Burnham, who hit that grounder, he beat out the throw to first, and the throw was erroneous, so 2 runs came in to tie the ball game before a strikeout would end it. That made the game tied at 8 apiece, and then in the bottom of the 7th, Andrew Silverman got a 2-out rally going. He had a double to right center, later advanced to third on a wild pitch. Justin Liu drew a walk and advanced to second on a wild pitch, but a ground out to short ended the ball game. That is your final score. Called due to darkness after 7 innings. Final score, Brookline 8, Acton-Boxborough 8. Brookline's record moves to 7-4-2, while Acton-Boxborough moves to 7-5-1. I'm Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan from Warren Field in Brookline, Massachusetts. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.